AFTV, time to get into the player ratings, DT. Even though despite we didn't lose the game, it feels like a loss. 1-1 at home, 1-0 up, seconds to go, and we concede. It feels definitely like a loss. You could see the reactions of both sides coming off the pitch. It's advantage Slavia Prague.
Yep.
Let's get into the ratings. In goal, Bernd Leno.
I don't think he had a lot to do.
Yeah, I mean, a good save when that one was we hit it onto the post.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like you said, quiet. Should he have done better with a goal?
No, you can't blame him for that.
I'm not blaming him, but I'm just saying,
I think it was really difficult because he was actually getting back across from when it was, he was more near post, gets a deflection off Pepe's leg, and he's having to go back across. It's difficult. You got to be blaming the marking and things like that. How Cedric let him go on the wrong side of him. There's a million things that should have been done differently before that incident, but I'll say 5.
Okay, Bellerin.
I don't know what he offers the team. Doesn't overlap, doesn't do anything. Honestly, Robbie, it's not an agenda. It's not good enough. There's all the talk that he's leaving. Okay, great. Try and get as much money. 100%. I'd give him away.
Okay.
I'm not even joking.
You're being a bit harsh now. No, give him away.
No, I'm not. It's like when your kids have grown up and you're left with all the toys out of the loft. And then you're just like, what do I do with them? Yeah, give them to the charity shop.
He wasn't the worst player on the pitch tonight, was he?
No, but he weren't the best. He's poor. The only reason why he's in the team is because Cedric's had to go on the left-hand side. Let's be honest about it. Even lately, you've seen he's dropped down to third choice right back. Not good enough. Poor. 4.
Cedric.
Poor.
On the left-hand side.
Poor. It wasn't just that incident at the end. There was a couple of moments he did something that really frustrated the life out of me. But you're an experienced international. You just got called back up to the Portugal national team. You're in the last seconds of the game. You're an experienced guy. Get rid of it. Why are you putting Gabriel in that situation? Awful.
Unnecessary, weren't it? Just unnecessary.
Awful. He gets a 2.
Okay, Rob Holding.
I don't think he had a bad game. I thought he'd done all right. At least he never got out-jumped by anyone under 6 foot tonight. And he scored as well. Fair play to him. But I think it was quite comfortable. They didn't really have much of a threat. So I'd probably say a 5 because there was really not much to do.
Gabriel?
Couple of ropey moments. That worries me because just lately it's...
Just doesn't seem the same when he hasn't got, like, say, a Louise next to him to direct him
looks
a bit.
Clumsy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's rash. Like the ball gets stuck under his feet, like he's tripping over it. And it's... Yeah, I'm not going to get too harsh because I'd say a 5. But, yeah, not much more than that.
Xhaka.
Don't think he did anything wrong. Thought it was an easy evening for him. I don't think there was much of a threat in the midfield, and it kept things ticking over. Can't really say much more than that. I'd say 6.
Okay, Partey.
Awful.
Yeah,
absolutely dreadful. Giving passes away left, right, and centre.
Loads of times as well.
Loads.
Passing was off.
Yeah, all of it.
Shooting was off. Everything was off.
Everything. And all week we've been seeing videos of him in training pinging them top bins. This is what I said to you in my interview. Stop. Do it in the game. And then you can replay it loads of times and I'll watch it over and over and over and over. I don't care what you do in training. Stick me in front of a goal, give me 20 attempts, and I guarantee I'll put a couple in the top bins. Doesn't mean anything, does it? Come on, man. Awful. 3.
Okay, Emil Smith-Rowe.
Thought it was a quiet game for him. Very ineffective, not really involved. And yeah, I can't really say that he did anything in any way, shape or form. So I'd say a 4.
Okay, Willian.
Ineffective. Same thing again. I don't think he's the worst player on the pitch. And, if he missed the chances that Saka did, he'd be literally torn to pieces. But no, 4.
On the other side, we had Saka. Had that chance in the first half. Yeah, one-on-one. Few one-on-ones now he's missed.
Quite a few. We were going through them.
Yeah, the one at Leeds.
Yeah.
When that would have won us the game. Mm-hmm. I think he had one at West Ham.
Yeah, and that's a part of his game that he's got to work on. And it's a big part.
It's an important part.
Yeah, it's a very important part.
You play in that position, you got to score goals.
Got to score goals. And we were a team that were blessed with wingers that put the ball in the back of the net. Freddie Ljungberg, Robert Pires, etc., etc. It's part of his game. It's got.
We're a million miles away from them type of players, aren't
mate. Mate. If I had that hot tub, the time machine, I'm going back. Just reminiscing right now.
I don't know about the hot tub.
Oh,
right,
mate.
Saka, what are you giving?
See, on one side, it's good that he got into the position to create the chances, but the finishing is just dreadful. And there was a couple when he went across the ball and they were poor as well. I can't give him more than 3 for that. No.
All right.
Lacazette.
Lacazette.
Same again. It's just poor.
Mr.
Poor.
Easy.
Poor.
Easy, one-on-one. You've done everything. You've nicked the ball. You've lost your defenders a couple of yards behind you. You just got the goalkeeper to beat.
I don't get
You
why
can
he
go
slowed
left,
down.
you can go right.
I don't get why he slowed down. It looked like he was slowing down, like there wasn't a man coming to his right-hand side at 100 miles an hour. And it's like he was slowing down, and what that does is means he has more time to think, and it's
Yeah, but you just
trying
compose
to be
yourself.
more instinctive. And
Compose yourself and pick your spot.
Listen, you couldn't
It
have
was
asked
dreadful,
for
miss.
anything better. You had the time to pick the spot. You had one-on-one with the keeper, central. He even went down. He made your life easy for you. You know, Dennis Bergkamp used to love those with. I'm making myself even more, and I'm going through all the names of all the good times. But poor, 3.
Substitutes, they're all very late. Aubameyang missed the chance as well when he came on, but did get an assist.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to blame him too much for that because he'd literally just come onto the pitch. But he should be scoring that. Got the assist. I'll say a standard 5.
Pepe got the
Scored
goal.
the goal. Couple of frustrating
threat when he
moments,
came
but
on.
he did look a threat, and he got the goal. I'm giving him a 7 because he got the goal.
Yep. Martinelli.
Lively, as you would expect, but never really got him on the ball.
Too late.
Never really got him on the ball, so a 5.
Yeah. Who else? El Neni.
Not really on long enough.
Not on long
Danny
enough.
Ceballos, great haircut.
Ceballos,
Wow.
not on long enough. Arteta.
Substitutions were poor. Just how flat everything. Your job as a manager, and this is what you need to try and, make people understand. Arteta isn't to blame for the misses, but Arteta's got to take the blame for the way that we're going out and performing and how lackluster it is and how uninspiring it is.
So if we finish 10th or lower and we get knocked out next week,
then you've got some serious
do
questions.
you really
to ask.
want to see him in charge next
Then
season?
you've got some serious questions to ask. Listen, I backed him all the way, but at the end of the day, I'm very real to certain situations, and I believe that this season there has been mitigating circumstances with a few things, and he's not exempt from blame. No chance is he. But if we finish below that top 10 and get knocked out to these, with all due respect, man, they're not a good team, man. They're not. And I know we want to try and be respectful, but they're not, Robbie. Not a good team. We should be slapping teams like this, and we're not. It's inexcusable. And then you'll have to ask me at the end of the season my thoughts then.
What would it be? I can ask you now.
I don't know.
I'm just giving you the scenario.
I honestly don't know.
We get knocked out of the champion.
Yeah.
Knocked out of the Europa League by Slavia Prague in the quarterfinals, and we finished 10th.
Well, I really think.
Do you want to see him in charge?
First things first is what I would like to see is that what the intention of the club is.
But even if the intention is good, would you want to see him?
No, because I'll tell you what it is, right? Because I've seen good and bad. And what I would say is that, if we had a magic wand and Arsenal were to shift out the rest of the players they don't want, and we had an open checkbook, for example, and we brought in all of the players that he wants, I would give him that opportunity to say, right, you've got all the tools now. Fans are back in the stadium.
But will he deserve that opportunity? If we go out, as I said, to Slavia Prague?
Probably not, because it's inexcusable. The season's inexcusable. And, my thoughts on him and the support I've had for him doesn't detract away from that. It's inexcusable. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing being in this position. But again, and I've said this so many times, we'll probably allude to it when we do the podcast and stuff, when it's more appropriate time to have a conversation. But I've said that, this is just a part of over a decade of decline as a football club. And a lot of it has been since we've moved to the Emirates. You know what we was told and why we moved to the Emirates and everything else. We may as well just stayed at Highbury. At least we were competitive.
What do you give Arteta?
Arteta for that, 3.
Okay, and the ref.
Well, he weren't that bad.
He weren't that bad.
Fans were all right.
Fans are all right. Well, listen, it's all on next week. That game, if we go out, seriously, Mikel Arteta, I think he's under serious pressure. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if he could stay on. If we went out in that and we didn't say get at least in the top 6, I really can't say I could continue. But let's see what happens. It's all on the team to try and pull it back next week. Today's show is sponsored by Profit Accumulator, the UK's #1 match betting service. So what is match betting? It's a method that's used by individuals to profit from free bets and incentives offered by bookmakers. And when you sign up to Profit Accumulator, they will walk you through how to do match betting with their easy to follow video guide. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description and you can start your Profit Accumulator journey today